Hey, you there! Ever try to do something in under 6 minutes? Anything, like say, grow a beard. I bet you can. At Sweet Pepper's Deli, you get quality food in under 6 minutes. Now how about that? Sweet Pepper's Deli, life is sweet.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. As always, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. Thanks as always for joining in with us. I hope you have your cup of coffee and you're ready to go out the door for your Wednesday morning. It's a lot like the last few mornings. Take a look at this camera over in Aberdeen, Mississippi. Beautiful blue skies ongoing across the board, no matter where you are. If you haven't stepped out the door this morning, this is your view. Same story over in Caledonia. Beautiful blue skies out there. Not tracking a cloud in the sky this morning like the last few mornings, so conditions just overall very nice. And in the 50s, middle 50s in Caledonia, some of us even cooler than that. Holly Springs, Marshall County, up into Alcorn County, still hanging on to the 40s. So headed over in Corinth and Holly Springs, a little bit cooler than the rest of us. Overall, most of us, 49 in Bruce too, I just saw that. They just dropped to that. But most of us in the 50s this morning, 52 in Houston, 53 in Eupora, 52 over in Grenada, 52 in Red Bay, 54 over in Columbus. Most of us in the 50s, a lot like we were yesterday morning. So if you stepped out the door, you're a little bit chilly, needed the coat yesterday, you're going to need it this morning as well. Things going to be warming up though for your day ahead. Let's look at your first 12 hours. Middle 50s by 8, 70s are back by 11. And then a lot of this afternoon, we will fall into the low 80s, but getting into the middle 80s at some portion of the day with plentiful sunshine out there. Northerly winds still at play, so still feeling nice out there, especially if you're in the shade this afternoon. But overall, we're gradually warming up over the next few afternoons, and that starts today. We'll be near 70 as we head into your 8 o'clock hour, and you can see there clear conditions going to be sticking around, and they're around right now. Your satellite radar seeing clouds and radar this morning. Nothing ongoing across the board in the entirety of the state of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas. I mean, it's like we need to talk about who is seeing cloud cover this in the southeast this morning, because it's not really anybody. Seeing cloud cover in portions of Missouri and then stretching over into places like Kansas as well, Nebraska and Iowa seeing a little bit of clouds and rain. The rest of us, though, very dry and a lot of sunshine out there. So got to go pretty far to see any type of activity. That's going to be the story over your next 48 hours as well. So got any plans into your afternoon, you're going to be good to go. Going into your Thursday, yet again, good to go to start off your morning. Same story into the afternoon. You can see the cloud cover kind of all around us, but not here. Here's the thing, though. Strong storms will return as we head into your week ahead. So we're going to have details on what you can expect exactly for that. I want to show you this before I do let you go, because we're going to be watching a cold front begin to progress through as we head into the back half of your Saturday. As it does, it's going to bring some strong to potentially severe storms in the mix out here for your Saturday. So you can see kind of those oranges and reds eventually getting into the picture. So if you have any weekend plans, or even if you don't, with this potential, I want you to stick around in the next few minutes. We're going to be talking about the latest timing, the new data that came out this morning. We're going to also be talking about who's seeing the best fuel for these potential strong to severe storms, and the latest risk area put out by the Storm Prediction Center. So that's all coming up next. I'll have all those details out there for you, and of course, a full look at your 7-day forecast.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us. Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday out there to you. I am meteorologist Maggie McAuley. As always, welcome back to the Room to Room Weather Center. Thanks for starting off your morning with Mississippi Live Weather. We are going to be talking about your severe storm chance out here for this weekend. But before that, I want to show you the nice view that you're getting out there right now. Soak it in, enjoy it. Beautiful conditions still out the door this morning over in Lafayette County. This is over in Oxford, Mississippi. Beautiful blue skies, temperatures near 50 like they have been the last few mornings. It's really like a copy and paste over the past few mornings. Same story over in Pontotoc. Beautiful ongoing conditions. A little bit warmer there in the middle 50s. A lot of us, though, in the low to middle 50s this morning. As for your airport delays, if you're getting out on the airways or knowing anybody coming in and out region wide, I'm not tracking any moderate or major delays. And that's the same story really nationally. So if you're headed out to any of these international airports, we saw a little bit of a holdup yesterday morning in places like LaGuardia and Boston Airport. Not looking at that this morning. So good to go across the nation in all of those international airports. As for your day ahead, sticking here in North Mississippi, 60s are back by 9, upper 60s by 10, and in the 70s by your 11 o'clock hour. You can see here full sunshine, 9, 10, 11. That's the same story all the way throughout your afternoon, evening, and overnight. Lots of sunshine in the forecast, clear conditions nonetheless. Temperatures today, a little bit warmer than yesterday. That's the same story. We're slowly getting warmer and warmer over the next few afternoons. So we were low 80s yesterday. We're middle 80s today, and plentiful sunshine still at play throughout the entirety of your day. That rhymed. I didn't mean for it to. Anyway, going to be getting warmer and warmer, but still seeing clear conditions across the board over your next 48 hours. So all the way through your afternoon, you're going to be good to go going into your Wednesday afternoon, seeing that northerly wind still at play. Not tracking a cloud in the sky. That stays true all the way into your evening plans. So 7 all the way through 10, the dinner time plans, going to be good to go as well. It's still feeling nice out there, even though we're definitely above average for this time of year. Going into your Thursday morning, I continue to point out the time because it does not look like anything's changing, because it's not. The time is progressing. Not a lot is changing in the forecast, okay? Still seeing a lot of sunshine all the way through your Thursday afternoon. Looking good to go out there for any of those plans. I know we have community college games. Northwest Mississippi here in Senatobia has their homecoming game tomorrow. Looking good to go for all of those plans and festivities all the way through your evening as well. So good to go out there for Thursday. As we head into Friday and the weekend, that's when the story a bit again starts to change. Even for temperatures, we'll be middle 80s still for Thursday as well. Upper 80s even for Friday. 80s stick around for Saturday. And then we look at that huge temperature drop, 10-degree temperature drop between Saturday and Sunday. So definitely the tale of two different stories out there for your weekend ahead. We'll stay dry on your Friday, but rain chances do increase, especially for the back half of Saturday, overnight, and then kind of kicking out of here by your Sunday, bringing in cooler conditions. That cold front will, but it also brings the potential of some strong to severe storms. Let's talk about what has changed between yesterday and today. One of that is this highlighted area. This is now 4 days out. The Storm Prediction Center continuing to highlight an area, and we'll zoom out and show you the full area in just a second. But I want to show you what the difference is between yesterday and today. Yesterday, this risk area that kind of correlates with the level 2 out of 5 risk only encompassed really the edge of Grenada County, Lafayette County, Marshall County, kind of stopped right there. Today, they have extended that obviously further into North Mississippi to Alcorn County, Prentiss County, Lee County, all the way down into places like Attala County. So this has been extended farther off to the east, further into our area. Why? I think one of the main reasons is because the overall timing has shifted a little bit, looking a little bit earlier for us. And the earlier this gets here in our area, the more we see that risk of the potential for some strong storms. We're still not the main, I would say, bullseye or center of this. Take a look at this severe threat out there for Saturday, encompassing southern Missouri, the entirety of the state of Arkansas, into places like southern Louisiana. Where are we looking at the best chance for severe storms on your Saturday. Let me show you. I know this is a big map, a lot going on, but watch as we head throughout your day on Saturday. We're watching this red orangey color. This is what we call fuel for thunderstorms and severe weather. We have to have this fuel in order for these storms to maintain, to grow, to become strong to severe. You can see those really bright colors. That's where we see the strongest of that fuel happen. And where is that? That's not in northern Mississippi. It's in southern Arkansas and northern Louisiana. So I think this area right here is going to be the main area to watch going into your Saturday afternoon and evening for the potential of those strong to severe storms. Now, that does not mean we have zero fuel, and that does not mean we won't get anything. However, I just want to show you we are not the main area to be watching on Saturday. Of course, we'll be here if anything happens. Going on and showing you where exactly we're seeing those storms set up. Main threat we're watching for our Saturday is going to be damaging wind threat. That's what we're looking at for here in North Mississippi. Of course, keep checking up with the forecast. We're going to have a lot more data come in over the next 24 to 48 hours where we can really zone in on the timing and show you more of an hour by hour forecast that we're comfortable with. I could show it to you right now, but I'm not sure it's going to play out the way it is. So I don't want to show it to you and confuse you. As we get more data that comes in that becomes more consistent, that's when we'll start to show that hour by hour forecast going into your Saturday. So just keep checking up with the forecast. We'll let you know if anything changes as we get closer to that day. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast though. 80s expected over the next few days. Upper 80s out here by Friday. 80s stick around for Saturday. We're keeping a 40% chance in the forecast. I know I said strong to severe storms and there's only a 40% chance because the majority of Saturday is actually looking pretty dry. I think if you wake up early on Saturday morning all the way through noon, if you need to get something done, you're completely good to go. It's not into the later afternoon, early evening at the earliest when we start to see some storms cross over the Mississippi River. So a lot of Saturday actually looking dry for us here in North Mississippi. And I think that's going to be a lot of the overnight hours as well, seeing that storm and that cold front push through and then dry for the most part on your Sunday. That's what it's looking at like timing wise as of this morning. Temperatures will go back into the 70s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So after those storms push through, the main thing we're going to be talking about is the cooler conditions. It's going to be nice out there for the end of your weekend. As you head out the door Monday morning, definitely going to need the coat with a widespread upper 40s. Yeah, definitely chilly out there as you're headed out the door for your Monday morning. Let's look at your 7-day forecast. As y'all know, Matt is in the land down under in Australia. Here's his latest update from the Sydney Opera House.
Well, we are in the famous Sydney Opera House. We're just outside of the main performance space in there. Unfortunately, I can't show you in the performance space because, well, they're getting ready for a performance and I don't want to give that all away. So the glass you see behind me, French glass, specifically designed for this venue. One of the main signs that it was going to go over budget when they did. You can also see, of course, the metal designed for the expansion and contraction. And one of the interesting things is the actual performance venue itself. I mean, the wood here. Look closely, there's a gap up there toward the top. The shelf structure that makes up the Opera House here is actually separate from the interior performance spaces as well. They're designed too, and there's a gap between so that they can do maintenance and they can, just keep everything up. So kind of cool little things, as we mentioned a little bit ago. As you can see, tiles make up the actual outside. I don't know if we can get that to, there we go. You can kind of see the individual tiles. More than 1 million tiles cover the outside and are original to the early 1970s construction of the building itself. So anyway, from inside of the historic Sydney Opera House, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Waupon from Mississippi Live Weather. And again, thank you so much to the folks there at M&M Clothiers for sponsoring this trip here for us. So I'll leave you kind of with the very high, complicated, but interesting construction of this world landmark.
Isn't that just so cool? I love seeing his video updates and especially inside or what he can show us of the inside of the Sydney Opera House, because you've seen so many pictures of that, but never see the inside. So very cool. Continue to watch and stay updated with Matt. We'll show that at the end of all of our newscasts, all of his updates. So if you want to know what he's up to, just continue to watch all the way through the broadcast to get his latest updates. Of course, continue to tune in this evening. Meteorologist Gabe Maynor will show you all the updated forecasts at 5, 6, and 10. And of course, I'll wake up with you back on your Thursday morning at 6:30. Thank you for starting off your morning with Mississippi Live.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Being a parent, especially for the first time, with that comes a lot of self-doubt. As a dad, I just try to lead by example. When you're trying to be the best person that you can be, your kids see that and then they emulate that.